Hello, how you doing? We're doing Final Fantasy 14 side quests, endwalker. Let's get to it. Just woke up, just had a little coffee. From a distance, I thought you'd be a fishmonger, but now that I behold you up close, it's clear you don't hail from these parts. Odd as your garments are, however, even I can tell they're made up for hard work. Lucky for you, I have just a task. I mean to make a necklace for an acquaintance of mine, but the design calls for shells pulled from the vicious Kachapa. I find a crafter that I'm afraid hunting is quite outside my wheelhouse. Okay, if you'd do the rough work in my stead, you would be well compensated for your time. You have my undying gratitude. I require 2 shells from the hulking beast, and a simple feat for one such as you, surely. I see you've been busy. Do you have the shells? Ah, yes, yes, these are just what I see. I mainly present my necklace to a woman with very discerning taste, so I thank you for choosing shells of such high quality. She collects and assesses taxation on Alamir, and her duties often bring her to this very port. We've become quite close over the past few moons. Only a few days ago, she sent me a charm to ensure my good health and fortune. My spirits were much invigorated, for it symbolizes her deep trust in me. I've heard tell of these these are shared among siblings to express their love for one another. It's customary to send a gift in return, so I had mine to craft a siblings. Siblings, ah, is that what she thinks of me? I was certain it was something altogether different, and now that I say it out loud, I suppose I can still be happy with this arrangement. I'll look over her as a brother would his beloved sister, keep her safe from harm. Yes, any road. I promised you recompense, didn't I, dear? You've earned it. I got to eat my food. There we go. You there. I take it by the hunger in your eyes that you're in search of work. As luck would have it, I'm in need of assistance and have the coin to make it worth your while. Usually, I'd haul these goods ashore myself, but today, my back doesn't seem amenable to this prospect. If you could help an old merchant out, I reckon we can both go to sleep today satisfied. Ah, very good, very good. I marked on the map where the crates are to be delivered. Careful now, fruits inside bruise easily. Give me a shout once you're all done, and we'll see about getting you paid. So many of these quests like this. Did they make the quest easier? I thought you said 2. No crate in your hands, eh? I take it means your task is done. Good job. That particular shipment was packed to the brim with the region's finest fruits. Owing to this region's insufferable heat, they're sweeter than any other I've ever tasted. I was meant to deliver them to a client of mine in Lamsa, but no sooner had I set sail than I received word that my goods were no longer needed. A damn shame. But now that they're resting under at shade, at least they won't go to waste. That's life, eh? Sometimes the wind is at your back, sometimes you're left floundering, and other times you're stuck in bed on a beautiful day just because your back is having none of it. But I tend to find that fortune smiles upon those with patience, as they did today when I saw you strolling along the docks. Any road, here's your payment for a job well done. Till next we meet. $5.15. So. Ah, you look fierce, are you? Can you help me find my sister? She went off to hunt Stormberg so she could make me chicken tikka. She's so brave, but she's been gone for quite some time. I've never strayed far from the gates, and those beasts look so frightened she shouldn't be far. Can you let me find her home for me? Can you find her for me? Still early. She had red hair. She looks so elegant in her hunting garb. She set off to the northwest. I'll be waiting here for you to come back. Quiet, you. I'm lying in wait, can't you see? What is it? My sister. Oh, she does worry after me, so I apologize for her imposition. Today is her name day, and I wanted to do something special for her. So much has gone wrong as of late, and she's managed to always keep a smile on her face. I thought that Stormer would be simple prey, but now I've seen one up close. I can barely bring myself to move. I've never been so afraid, truth be told. But you look as if you've never known fear. You can make quick work of the Stormberg, I'm certain. If you don't mind, could you slay the animal for me? I've already set the trap, so one should be long soon enough. Without their meat, I can't hope to make the chicken tikka that my sister so adores. Please, if not for me, then do it for her. That was an inspiring display. Were you able to prepare its meat? Ah, this is the most delicious part. Thank you, thank you. You must let me repay you for your bravery. Please meet me near the city gates where I told my sister to wait. I do hope she hasn't wandered off. Sister, you've returned. Iris, the brave traveler. Thank you for finding my sister. She said you took down the Stormberg in a single blow. It is your name day, after all. Thank you. The memories of us gathered around the tables as a family over a homemade feast are among the fondest. Our parents have gone to Raza at hand to find work. Seeing as how there is none to be found here since that tower appeared, they've sent word they'll return for this little one who wants its name day. I want them to arrive to a feast rivaling the ones from before, and thanks to you, they will. Please take this for all you've done to give our family a memory we can cherish. Okay, that's all the quests around here. To the grave. So all I need is the bracelet. Okay. Aren't you the adventurer that saved Matasia? Excellent timing. If you have time to spare, I would ask a favor of you. You see, the dancers at Ratsahan are planning to perform a performance to raise the people's spirits. We alchemists would like to support them with some of the finest accessories we can craft. Unfortunately, none of us have time to procure the crystals we need to finish them. It would be a great help if you could fetch the crystals from the merchant at the port of Yildamo. Of course, we will provide you with the necessary funds. Many thanks. The merchant is already aware of the situation and should be expecting someone to come by. I'll leave the selection of stones up to your no doubt impeccable judgment. Back to Yildamo. Welcome. What can I help you with? Buying crystals for the alchemist. Yes, I did hear about that. Have you decided what you want to wish upon the crystal? Haven't you heard? Here in Rabsahan, crystals are given along with the wish. There's no need to think on it too deeply. Simply envision the wish you know you would entrust the dancers with granting to their spectators. Once I know that, I can pick out the perfect stone for the occasion. Protection from evil. I see. I believe diamonds would be best for that. They say that the radiant gleam and hard beingness of a gem. The gem makes it particularly effective against the realm's many evils. I will provide you with as many as I can within your budget. Be sure they make it safely back to the alchemists at the great work. Ah, there you are, with some precious stones for me, I presume. These are perfect. Thank you for your help. Do you mind if I ask what you wished upon them? Protection from evil. It is my serious hope that you, as well as we, may live a peaceful life free of disaster. In Thamir, they believe crystals have the power to grant wishes and heal sickness. It may sound like superstitious nonsense, but crystals are curious things. Part of them exists somewhere between the living and the material. As such, elemental energies can reside within them quite readily. They can influence your mind and spirit using the ether within you, which is precisely why the wish you imbue them with is so important. If the wish is impure, then so shall the crystal's effects on the user. I can tell I made it the right decision in asking for your help. Please take this as thanks. $507 to $515. Are you an adventurer by chance? If you're looking for work, I could use some help sorting out what's left of the hatchery. You'll come then? Good. It's just a little ways north of here. Look at this place. It's a shame what they did to it. Those films from the tower. I wish you could have seen the hatchery before all this happened. Only too very recently. It was very busy. It was very busy as you please, selling meat, eggs, and poison extracts to eager merchants from across Thamir and beyond. But lamenting the fact won't undo what's done, will it? Let's get to work. Your task will be to sprinkle the nest with pungent solution, which should keep the wildlife from making their lairs in the rooms. Most creatures won't come within 10 yards of it, but the hams don't seem to mind the smell. And although we should probably clear away those old nests while we're at it, I want the birds to have a familiar sight to come back to one day. Anyway, you get on with the sprinkling and I'll start shifting the rubble. You find a large egg in one of the nests. Even covered with the stink of the solution, it may prove too tempting for a nearby predator. It might be safest to hand the egg to the Arcasodiar youth. All done? Oh, what's this you have here? You found it. You found a Hamza egg. One of them must have found her way back here to lay it. Whether the mother can return to hatch it, however, is another story. I realize we've only just begun cleaning up here, but I think it's best I get this egg back safely to the great work. Sorry to have you running back and forth, but this is very important to me. While I'm grateful to the alchemist for letting me work here, my true passion was raising the birds at the hatchery. After the incident, I didn't think there was much I could do aside from tidying up the mess. As soon as you handed me the egg, though, I felt hopeful again. Where this there is new life, there are new beginnings, and the Hamza hatchery deserves to rise again. It isn't much, but please take this in exchange for the gift you've given me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Do 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 do. You look pretty strong. Do you think you could help me? I need someone to guard me while I gather Agnes grass for my medicines. Its scent, its scent is difficult to follow, even for we Arcasodora. I can't concentrate and watch my back at the same time. Please, I'm afraid some beast will strike me while my guard is down. I'm in your debt. I'll sniff out some Agni grass, so follow me. Hmm. There is a faint, but I can. There. It is faint, but I can smell the grass from that way. Let's go. This is it, Agni grass. I'll grab a few bundles, you keep watch. I'd hate to get eaten so close to my goal. Thank you for watching over me. I got all sorts of ingredients, even more than I hoped for. All thanks to you. If you weren't here, I would have been too scared to. What was that? Perhaps we should continue our talks at the great work. Whew, we made it back in one piece. I really can't thank you enough. With your brawn and my nose, I got enough Agni grass to solve a whole army's digestive issues. Excuse me. Having olfactory senses 5 times as strong as your average Midlanders comes in handy sometimes. This place can be a bit much though, so many smells mingling and clashing, and all of them so strong. Anyway, thank you again, kind traveler. Please take this. Oh, Ham, where could she be? Please, you must help me. She's gone. My darling Ham has wandered off. Ah, Ham is the name of my hamsa. You're not familiar with the word? It's a species of cloudkin closely related to the Oryzan dodo. They're not exactly swift on their feet, so you'd expect she'd be easy to catch, and yet I can't seem to find her anywhere. What if she falls into the sea? What if some roaming predator tries to make a meal of her? I can't bear the thought of it. I'll keep scouring the immediate area, but I'd be most grateful if you could search the wilds to the north of here. Oh, my poor Ham Ham. A number of feathers litter the ground here. Whatever shed them may still be close by. Ham appears to be unhurt and wholly unfazed by her little adventure. Return the wayward Hamsa to the Renara. Oh, I do hope nothing awful has befallen her. Ham, you found her. I'm honestly surprised she made it that far north. Was she trying to return to the hatchery, I wonder? You may have noticed some ruined buildings up there. Those are the remains of the Hamsa hatchery, a place of great cultural and historical significance. Until its recent destruction, it seemed an indelible landmark. They were able to relocate some of the breeding birds to stables within the city proper, but many, like my precarious Ham, simply scattered across the countryside. One day, when things have settled down and the hatchery is rebuilt, I hope to return to the wayward chicks to their former owner. I shall be sad to see them go. While we have the Hamsa here, however, we can harvest their poison glands for use in a variety various alchemical mixtures, not to mention enjoy their placid and entirely agreeable company. Here, this is for bringing Ham back safe and sound. Be sure to pay her a visit once her old home has been restored to its former glory. You've come by at the excuse me. You've come by at the perfect time, adventurer. Could you help me find someone? One of my colleagues went to receive a delivery and hasn't come back. I'm worried something might have happened. Oh, thank you. He went to yield him out, so let's start by looking around the aetheryte there. I've been asking around about my colleague, and someone claims to have seen him setting out from port in a small boat. Maybe he loaded the shipment onto it and headed back, in which case we must have just missed him. I hope that's all that happened. Well, let's go back to the great work. We should keep an eye on the shoreline on our way back just in case. Still here. I... Uh... Oh no, his boat must have capsized. I I loaded everything on the boat to bring back, but something hit us and I managed to swim safely, but the cargo, I'm so sorry. Forget the cargo, all that matters is you're alright. We'll just have to do without the sunken goods. Shall I retrieve them for you? What? You can do that? Thank you. There were 5 articles in all. Some of them sunk, but some float. I'm sorry to leave all this to you, but I need to get him before... Bleh. But I need to get him home before his condition worsens. We'll head back to the great work first, so come meet us when you're done. You made it back. If you worry about my colleague, he's fine, just resting after clearing out the water in his lungs. I gave him some chai and he went right to sleep. You managed to retrieve all the lost cargo. Incredible. These are valuable weapons imported from Vilbrand. They just need a few alchemic finishing touches before they're complete. From here, they'll head off to the hands of Radzahan warriors to help protect the Order. Thank you for everything, adventurer. 495. Are you just going to stand there and watch me work? I'm really quite busy, you know. Here, make yourself useful and distribute this coding agent among the couriers at the Giant Skull grounds. Greetings, stranger. You brought our coding agent. The alchemist must be up there next in it if they're asking outsiders to run their errands. They usually prefer to make such deliveries in person. Are they eating? I'll wager they're not eating. Maybe I should cook a pot of something and pay them a visit. Who are you then? Ah, our magic alchemy oil. If we don't coat our tools with this stuff from time to time, they won't do as much as a scratch, won't so much as scratch the giant skull. It'd be like lining rock with a wooden spoon. The durability is what makes it worth quarrying, though, and it's a fine ethereal conductor to boot. You never need a material like that. You ever need a material like that, you know where to find us. Come to see the master quarriers at work, have you? Oh, my mistake. Seems you were on a job of your own, and an important one at that. Without a steady supply of coating oil, things around here would grind to a halt. Giant Skull is one of Thavnir's most sought-after resources, and we don't want to be caught low on stock when the trading ships start leaving port again. You again. I thank you for delivering those goods. We have a relationship with the quarries with sketches back for generations, and an abiding respect for the difficulties we each face. As such, I'm glad your timely delivery prevented any undue loss of labor. One day soon, I'd like to sit down and share a drink with our stone-cutting friends. Please take your payment and leave me to my work. As I said, I'm really quite busy. You there, adventurer. I find myself in need of assistance. You will help me, won't you? You see, I received an order for custom paints, but the necessary ingredients are rather rare. The Yamura in particular is difficult to come by, as it must be taken from a Varjulagura, and not just any old fruit will do. One held by the strongest, most virile male specimen will suffice. I know of a sure way to attract a suitable Vajragura, but I'm afraid defeating the beast is beyond me. If only a strong, brave, kind adventurer could protect poor little me. I'm at your service. I feel safer already. Come now, I will lead you to where the Varjigalankula gather. We head southeast. I've kept you waiting long enough. Let's get to it, shall we? Take this perfume and douse my frail, meager body in it. It must be a flower dripping with sweet nectar. Quickly now, slather it on, else I won't catch the attention of even the weakest Vargula. Oh, I really wish that angle wasn't... whatever. Perfect. I'm positively irresistible. Now, I'll use my wiles and inciting scent to lure a Varjigala this way. You wait here and prepare to strike them down. Look at him dance. Such valiance, I could hardly tear my eyes away as you heroically saved the beast. Now the fruit, if you please. Yes, perfectly, succulently ripe. This will make a fine paint. Our work here is done. Let us return to the great work before another Vargala sets its sights on me. Many thanks for your assistance, adventurer. I never imagined I could procure such a fine component for my paint. Say, do you know why the Vagrlala carry this fruit? They present them to their desired mates, hence the scented oils. Pheromones, you see. The Amra is also the official fruit of Thavnir. You can eat it or use it as painting material, as I shall, of course, but it is also said to ward off evil and secure a strong family lineage. But there is more to this fruit than mere superstition. It has sufficient antibacterial properties to be used as a household remedy to keep any family well. Oh, but listen to me, rambling on and on. Allow me to thank you once more. I hope our paths will cross again. Excuse me, explorer, mercenary, adventuring person. Normally I wouldn't dream of bothering you, but this hardly seems like the time to overburden the valiant soldiers of Radiant Host. I just need a simple ingredient to further my current research. The complicated part is harvesting said ingredient without being murdered by the local wildlife. Would you be so kind as to venture into the hills and fetch some bark shavings from the trees which grow there? Here, I'll lend you my special bark stripping knife. Oh, hey, there's one here too.